In the far north of Europe, where land fractures into water and mountains rise straight from the sea, there exists a kingdom sculpted by ice and light. Norway is not simply a country, it is a landscape still remembering the Ice Age. Here, cliffs plunge into dark fjords thousands of meters deep. Glaciers cling to ancient stone. And the sky itself seems wider, clearer, closer. The forces that shape this place are immense. Ice once covered this land in sheets thicker than skyscrapers. As it moved, it carved valleys into stone, valleys that would later flood with seawater, forming the fjords. What remains is a geography defined by extremes. Norway is a land where water falls endlessly, where mountains defy gravity, and where light dances across the sky in winter. To understand it is to follow the rhythm of ice, ocean, and silence. If this northern realm has captured your imagination, subscribe and join us as we continue exploring the forces that shape our world. And tell us where you are watching from as this journey unfolds. The fjords are Norway's unmistakable signature, colossal passages where the earth appears to have been carved open by forces too immense to imagine. These deep, narrow inlets were sculpted by glaciers during the last ice age, rivers of ice so powerful they reshaped the land itself. Some plunged deeper than the open ocean beyond them, their dark waters hiding valleys once buried beneath mountains of frozen time. When the climate shifted and the ice withdrew, the sea advanced, flooding these vast corridors and transforming them into one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. Today, mountains rise almost vertically from the water, their reflections dissolving the boundary between sky and sea. It is a place where scale overwhelms the senses, where silence feels as vast as the terrain itself. From the high plateaus above, waterfalls descend in endless motion, fed by melting snow and ancient ice. They fall in silver ribbons, sometimes drifting sideways in the wind before vanishing into mist. The Seven Sisters, Bridal Veil, names shaped by human imagination, yet the reality surpasses them. Water in constant return, gravity made visible. Below the surface, the fjords conceal a thriving world. Cold, oxygen-rich waters nourish vast shoals of fish, while whales navigate these submerged valleys along migratory routes etched into instinct long before human memory began. Here, the ocean breathes slowly, sustaining life in darkness. High above, white-tailed eagles circle on invisible currents, scanning the water with patient precision. Seabirds cling to narrow ledges carved into the cliffs, their calls echoing through the stone corridors like distant signals in a cathedral of rock. The fjords are not merely scenery, they are vertical worlds, ecosystems stacked from the ocean floor to the mountain peaks. Every layer tells part of the story, of ice that moved, water that followed, and life that adapted to the space left behind. In Norway, the fjords are more than geography. They are memory, the enduring imprint of an age when ice ruled the land, and the forces that shaped it still linger in every drop of water, every echo of wind, every shadow cast across the deep. Inland, where the land rises into vast plateaus and the air grows colder and thinner, glaciers still endure, immense reservoirs of frozen time that have shaped Norway for tens of thousands of years. These are not static monuments of ice. They are slow-moving forces, flowing almost imperceptibly under their own weight, reshaping the land beneath them, grain by grain. Jostedalsbreen, the largest glacier on mainland Europe, stretches across the mountains like a frozen ocean suspended in motion. Its surface appears silent and still, yet deep within, the ice is constantly shifting, cracking, and advancing. What seems permanent is, in truth, a river that moves not in seconds or minutes, but in centuries. As glaciers descend through the valleys, they grind against the bedrock below, carving deep troughs that will one day become lakes and fjords. The sound is rarely heard, but the evidence is everywhere. Polished stone, scattered boulders, and landscapes smoothed by the immense pressure of ice pressing downward with unimaginable force. In summer, meltwater awakens the glacier's surface. Streams of icy water cut channels through the blue-white crust, plunging into hidden crevasses and tunnels below. These meltwater rivers emerge at the glacier's edge, feeding powerful torrents that surge through the valleys, carrying with them the memory of ancient winters. Yet these frozen giants are changing. Across Norway, glaciers are retreating, their edges pulling back year by year. Rock that has not seen daylight for thousands of years now emerges from beneath the ice, revealing landscapes preserved since the last ice age. The glacier remembers colder centuries, but the present tells a different story, one written in rising temperatures and shifting seasons. Where ice once dominated, new ecosystems begin to take hold. Mosses, grasses, and hardy plants colonize the exposed ground. Insects arrive, followed by birds and animals that adapt quickly to the changing terrain. Life returns to places long held in frozen silence. Despite their retreat, glaciers remain powerful architects of the Norwegian landscape. They regulate water flow, sustain rivers, and influence climate patterns far beyond the mountains where they reside. Their presence connects the past to the present, a reminder of the immense forces that continue to shape the Earth. Standing at the edge of a glacier is to stand at the boundary between epochs. Behind you lies the world as it is today. Before you lies a remnant of an ancient world, preserved in layers of ice that record snowfall from centuries long forgotten. The glaciers are not merely remnants of the Ice Age. They are its living memory, rivers of time that continue to move slowly and silently across the land.